Right. Any doubts from the Isavasa Upanishad? Hello. Hello. Is there any doubts from Isavasa Upanishad? Please say it yes or no. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there any doubt from Isavasa Upanishad? Did anyone get a chance to go through the slides or the book or the class recorded video?
I read through the notes. It's fine. There's no doubt as of now.
Okay. And your name is?
My name is Shanti.
Shanti. Okay, Shanti. Right, I'm sharing the screen. I cannot see your name. That's why I'm asking. So let's start today's Upanishad, Kenopnishad. So, have you ever studied the Kenopnishad earlier? Anyone? What is this finger of silence?
No.
Is there any lag of my voice? Why I'm getting a late response?
No, it's perfect, ma'am. It's perfect.
Okay. Okay, Shanti, thank you for confirming. Okay, today Kena Upanishad. So here the Upanishad, the name itself, Kena means by whom. So here you can see on the screen, a guru is clearing the doubts of the disciple, and here the Sishya is in the quest to know by whom is everything is happening, with the support of whom is everything is established, with support of whom everything is nourishing. So in that quest, the disciple asking and questioning the guru, and the Kena means by whom. And if we're moving on to that, the Kena Upanishad belongs to Samaveda of Turvakara Brahmana. Kena means by whom. And the Upanishad begins with the Kenishitam, Kena. So the quest is representing as the name of the Upanishad. And total, how many mantras are there? Total 34 mantras are there. Here we will have no like chapters, adhyayas. Here we will see in kandas. We have 4 kandas, and 4 kandas are distributed in the first and second kandas in a verse form, that is a mantras, and the third and fourth kandas are in the prose form, that is a gadya, padya and gadya, the verse form and the prose form. If we look at the mantras, this is the distribution of 34 mantras in 4 kandas, just for a reference. So move on to the what is the Shanti mantra of this? And this Shanti mantra and also the content of the Kenopanishad are very closely related. So it's good to know what the Shanti mantra is speaking about. So Om Apyayantu Mama Angani Vak Prana Chakshu Stotra Atobala Indriyani Cha Sarvani. So what are they here? They represent Mama Angani. So Mama Angani means our limbs. What are they? Mama Angani and also Vak, Prana, Chakshu, Stotra. Vak means the speech, Prana means the prana, Chakshu means the eyes, Stotra means the ears, Adhobhala Indriyani cha Sarvani. Sarvam Brahmopanishatam. Sarvam Brahma Upanishatam. So whatever about the stating is that Vak, Prana, Chakshu, Stotra, Indriyani, Sarvani, Kim Uktam Nama, what they are representing as a Brahman in the Kenopanishad. Ma aham brahma nirakurya. So I am not rejecting the Brahman. At the same time, Brahma is not rejecting me. Maham Brahma nirakuryam, mama Brahma nirakarot, anirakaranamastu, anirakaranamyestu. We are not rejecting one each other. तद आत्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्तु धर्मास्ते मयसन्तु ते मयसन्तु. Whatever dharmas is being stated in this Upanishad, let those dharmas are taken into completely and understanding and following them thoroughly. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Here the three Shantis have the meaning. Wherever it is the three Shanti, it's Shanting, getting the peace or calm for the Adhyatmika, Adidaivika and Adibhautika Dukkhas. So that is the same is being stated in English. Let my organ senses, including the limbs, speech, prana, eyes and ears be healthy, grow strong and fully developed. And also this Upanishad reveals that everything is Brahman. So whatever about stated that everything is Brahman. Sarvam Brahmopanishadam. Maham Brahma Nirakuryat. Mama Brahma Nirakaru. Maham Brahma Nirakur. Ma means no. Aham means me. So let me not deny this. And also let Brahman never disown me. Maham Brahma Nirakarot. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Anirakaranamastu, arinakaranamastu. Let Brahman not rejecting me, and also let me also not rejecting the Brahman. Since I'm engaging in the pursuit of the self, help me to inquire all the qualities mentioned in this Upanishad, qualification in this Upanishad. So whatever the qualities is required for a disciple to understand the Brahman as it is without any modification, that all qualification should be grown within me. So that is Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let my Adhyatmika, Adibhautika and Adidaivika Dukkhas be at their calm. So what we have in the UGC syllabus is self and mind. This is a very simple three topics, very easy Upanishad, Kenopnishad. So why? Because the third and fourth kandas in the prose form, it's like a Akhyayika, it's like a story form. And the first two kandas are very simple. We have 9 and 5 mantras. So it's very simple Upanishad. You have to be just give a little attention. That is very much enough. So here in UGC syllabus, we have self and mind, intuitive realization of the truth, and moral of the Yaksha Upakhyana. So till now, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, let's start from here. So the first kanda, as we already seen that we have 4 kandas. The first kanda, the disciple asking the guru, Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha, Kenaha pranaha praiti yuktaha, Prathamaha praiti yuktaha. So by whose motivation, Kena ishitam patati preshitam manaha. By whose motivation the mind is showing its interest in the objects. And also, Kena pranaha prathama praiti yuktaha. Pradhamaha prana, Kena yuktaha praiti. By whose motivation the prana is being flowing or prana is doing its work. Keneshitam vachamimam vadanti. By whose motivation the speech is being spoken. Likewise, the Chakshu Stotra also by whom? Kaha udevaha indukti. Kaha means who? Who is that? Kaha udevaha indukti. By whom the Chakshu Stotra, Vak, Prana, our Manaha is being motivated and doing their works. This is the question asked by the disciple to the Guru. So the same is stating here by whom the mind is directed, radiated, by whom the vital air produced to function, and also by whom the speech does function in the people. The same. by whose intelligence directs the eyes, ears towards the respective things. So, as far I remember, if I am not wrong, one time in the examination, they have asked what are the organs or sense organs mentioned in this, especially in this mantra. The answer to this question is Manaha Prana Chakshu Stotram. So it is good to know to go through the mantra as well. Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha kenaha pranaha pratama praitiktah keneshitam vachamimam vadanti chakshu stotram kabudevo yunaktihi. So moving on to the next thing. So the second mantra immediately says, for example, let's say perhaps if you know by whom it is being is motivated, by whom it is working, the result is going to be he will become immortal. At the same time, he will get liberated. It's rightly mentioned in the second mantra itself. Strotrasya strotram manaso manoyat vachah vacham sa u pranasya pranaha. चक्षुश्च चक्षुः अतिमुच्छदेराः प्रेत्या अस्मात् लोकात् अमृता भवन्ति. So who is that? By whom? The disciple asked by whom, right? Now the guru is asking, answering. Strotrasya strotram. It is ear to the ear, mind to the mind, walk to the walk, that is speech to the speech, prana to the prana, eye to the eye. So the one dhiraha, yesterday also I may have mentioned dhiraha, yasya parshve dhihi asti, dhairyaha buddhihi asti, te eva dhiraha. So the intelligent or knowledgeable wise ones, dhiraha, by knowing this, they will get liberated after death. So pretya means after death. Asmat lokat amruta bhavanti. After that, they will get liberated and become immortal. When they will get liberated and become immortal means, so once they will know that he is, the Brahman is the ear to the ear, mind to the mind, walk to the walk, prana to the prana, eye to the eye, then only he will become Amrita, I mean get liberated and become immortal. So the same is stated here. And also we have heard from the acharyas what kind of the hearing it is. It is a very distinct from the known, and that is extremely distinct. So if we think that we know the qualities of the Brahman, by knowing the qualities, it does not mean that we are experiencing. Knowing is different and experiencing is different. That's what is also stated here in the Kenopnishad. It is very distinct from the known, and that is extremely distant from the unknown as well. And also, natatra. Why? Because it is extremely distant from unknown and very distant from the known means the Brahman, the entity or what we can say, the Brahman is that na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, no manaha, na vidmo na vijanimo, yate edad anusishyat. So tatra means to the near of Brahman, Chakshuhu means I cannot reach the Brahman. Walk cannot reach the Brahman. Walk means speech cannot reach the Brahman. I can prize the Brahman, the qualities of Brahman. I can do the stotras and mantras and all of them, but does not mean I am experiencing the Brahman with the walk or speech. So, na vidmo na vijanimo ete etadanu sishyat. So, that is the place where the eye cannot reach, where the mind cannot reach, where the speech cannot reach. I also in that dilemma, how can you make you understand? Here the guru giving a self question to the Sishya, like it is not reachable by the eye, speech, hearing, the stotra and manaha, then how can you make the disciple to understand, Sishya? So that is the one thought process of the guru in the Kenopnishad. But again, Acharya is stating about the self on the first kanda of Kenopnishad. What is Brahman? Yet the guru does not find a direct way to show the Sishya this is exactly how the Brahman is, but is trying to make the Sishya to understand, to make a disciple to understand how the Brahman is in a different way, indirect approach, a passive approach. So what it says? Yad vach, yadvacha anabhyuditam, ena vag abhyuditam. So if you see in the previous mantra, na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, no manaha. So that Brahman is cannot be approached by the chakshu, vak and manaha. But here what he's saying in indirect speech, yat vacha anabhyuditam, ena vag abhyuditam. So we cannot describe the Brahman, we cannot make the Brahman out of our speech, but from the Brahman the speech comes out. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi Naidam Yadidam Upasate. So you have to know from which the Vag is born, I mean the speech was born, that is the Brahman. And also, yen manasa namanute yenahu manaha matam. Enahu manaha matam. Yet manasa namanute yena ahu manaha matam. So here, so do you know the quality or the property of the manaha is the sankalpa vikalpaha. Sankalpaha means one thought. Vikalpaha means mm, the vikalpaha means the ripples of the thought based on the base thought. So let's say I have a class at 4:30. What if that is the thought? So what are the vikalpas I may get? Like if the power is not there, how can I manage if Wi-Fi is not there? So if power is there, there is a signal glitch at the supply station. How can I manage? If my data is dropped, how can I manage? If there is any signal problem, how can I manage? So these are the vikalpas. What is the sankalpa? I have a class at the 4:30, and what something goes on wrong or something goes too good. So these are the vikalpas. So the manaha cannot, the mind cannot describe the Brahman, but the grace of the Brahman only, the manaha is making the sankalpa and vikalpa. And it's doing its duty by the only the grace of the Brahman. Likewise, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi na idam yadi upasate. The same way, yat chakshusha na pashyati, ena chakshunchi pashyati. So we cannot see the Brahman with our bare eyes, but our eyes has a quality of sight because of the Brahman. So the same is stating in English, so you can go through them later. And also, yet strotrena na srunoti, ena stotram idam shrutam. So we cannot hear the Brahman with our ears, but the ear gain is a quality of hearing or listening with the grace of the Brahman. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. Yet pranena na praniti, yena pranaha praniyate. So the same. The prana has the quality. Prana cannot reach the Brahman, but prana has a quality to make a being alive only because of grace of the Brahman. The same being stated here. And till now, is there any doubt?
No, ma'am, no.
Right. It's very simple. The disciple asked the question like Kenishitam patati preshitam manaha. So on, so vak, prana, chakshu, stotra, by whom motivation they are doing the work. And the guru replies, uh, whose motivation means, how can I say, because na tatra chakshur gacchati vak gacchati no manaha. How can you make understand if you cannot able to perceive them? So let me explain you in indirect way. So he started to explaining. So you are listening, right? You have the listening power. You cannot get the Brahman with your listening power, but your ears are working with the grace of the Brahman. You are having a sight, you cannot perceive the Brahman with the sight, but the eye has the quality of the sight because of the grace of the Brahman. So in indirect way, he is conveying the knowledge to the Shishya. That concludes the first kanda of the Kenopnishad. So, and also it says, so Guru is explaining to Shishya at the time. If the Shishya thinks that, oh my God, my Guru knows everything, then that is the wrong only. So here the Guru hastens to warn the disciple. If you think that I know it well, but it's certainly not true, but I know little bit. So whenever someone says, I know the Brahman completely, that person is definitely not knowing the Brahman. When someone says, I do not know the Brahman, it's impossible to know the Brahman, then that person actually has an idea of how the Brahman itself in reality. So here this mantra is very important. You can by heart this. Naham manye suvedeti no na vedeti vedacha yo nastadveda tadveda no na vedeti vedacha. So if I'm thinking I know it, okay, I probably not know it well, but I know something, a bit of it. So he's thinking in his mind. Yasya tasya matam yasya na vedasaha avijnatam vijanatam vignatam avijanatam. पुनः यस्यामतं तस्य मतं यस्य न वेदसः अविज्ञातां विजानतां विज्ञातमविजानताम्. The one who thinks the I know Brahman, he does not know actually. The one who says no comprehension about the Brahman, he knows somewhat. That is the third mantra of the second part. And also, this mantra also very important. You should be keep a star mark and get by heart at this one. This one. Pratibodhitam viditam matam amrutam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindatam amrutam. So you will get viryam and amrutam. By whom you will get the viryam? Atmana vindate viryam. By knowing the Atman, you will get the strength. With that strength, you strive to get the amruta by liberating with yourself. What is the meant by pratibodhita? Bodhana means someone is teaching you. Pratibodhita means someone teaching you from their experience. Mata amrutatvam hindati. That experiential knowledge itself is the blessing for the disciple. So by that, knowing about the Brahman, you will get the strength. And from that strength, you will utilize to get liberated yourself. You will get the knowledge of immortality and being liberated. And so, what if? So I didn't listen to the Bodha, to the knowledge. I didn't listen to even the experiential knowledge. What laws or again I am going to establish in this lifetime? So the answer to this question is Iha chet avedeta satyamasti na chet. So iha, in this lifetime, you are knowing the satya. Aved means the past tense of Veda. So if you know the satya in this lifetime, it will make you to move to the next level. You will become the satya. If you know the satyam, you will become that satya. If you do not know that thing, the satyam, that is going to be the mahati vinasti. It will be the great disaster. So that's why dhiraha. So same again, dhiraha. The wise person, yasya mate dhihi asti, buddhihi asti, te kim karoti, mean what they are doing, bhuteshu vichintya dhiraha. So they will look around in all bhutas. All bhuta means in me, in you, the being surrounding us, and also in the Pancha Mahabhutas. Bhuteshu vichintya dhiraha. Vichintya means discriminating. Vichintya means it's a superlative of discrimination. Pretya asmat. Pretya means after death, asmat lokat. So from this loka, after death, amruta bhavanti. They will get liberated or attains liberation after death from this world. Is it clear?
Ji.
Yes. So if you see the summary of the intuitive realization of the Brahman, it's very simple. Guru here hastens to think that, oh Sishya, I know a little bit only because I'm saying that the Brahman quality is this and that. You don't think I know it very well. I know also very little bit. So and also Sishya thinks that okay, I also do know little bit. And also one who thinks that I know Brahman completely does not know at all. If someone thinks that there is no comparison about the Brahman, he may know the Brahman a little bit. So the one who realizes with the Pratibodha, Bodha means knowledge and Pratibodha means experiential knowledge, then with the Atmana, Vindate Vidyam, he will get the strength, and by using the strength, he will get liberated with Amrita Masnute. So if you are not utilizing your life in this purpose, if you utilizing the life to know the Satyam, you will become that Sat. And if you are not using, that is a Mahati Vinishti, it is a greater disaster for your life. So, Dhiraha, the wise person, which India means with the discrimination knowledge, they will do the Bhuteshu Vitincha. They have the discrimination set of eyes, Bhuteshu Vitincha. After death from this loka, they will be get liberated. So that completes the first and second kandas of the Kenopnishad. And the third and fourth kandas of the Kenopnishad states the Yaksha story. It's very simple. So till now, if you have any doubt, please do raise your hand and ask me from the first and second kandas.
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay. So let's start the Tritiya Kanda. So the mantras are not that much important in as of now. As of now, based on the UGC question papers and also moral of the Ikshya Upakhyan. They have asked the moral of the Ikshya Upakhyan. That's why I highlighted the main points. If you want, you can go through the Upanishad completely. But the story it is like this. So Brahma Devebhyo Vijigye. So what happens one day? There is a battle between the Asuras and Devas. So the Brahman is in the Deva side and make them to win the battle. But all the Devas think that it is their victory. There is a they are thinking that they are very proud of what they have done, and Asuras got that kind of a treatment. So they are very proud of their victory. So the Brahman actually they got the victory because of the grace of the Brahman, but they thought that they were victory. By noticing this, Brahman appeared in front of the Devas in Akasha. Akasha, you have to underline. There is a one question. So where that Yaksha is appeared in the Kena Upanishad, the Yaksha is appeared in the Akasha. It is there in the one of the mantra. So the Yaksha appeared in the Akasha. So by looking at the Yaksha in a greatest form, so all devas get the curious and ask the Agni to go forward and check who is there. So the third mantra states about all devas chooses Agni, the fire of Lord, to figure out who is that Yaksha. And fourth and fifth, sixth mantra states that the conversation of the Agni and Yaksha. What the conversation? Yaksha asked. So the Agni reached that reached close to the Yaksha. Then Yaksha asked, "Who are you?" Then Agni replied, "I am Jataveda." Abruvan Jatavedaha Agnihi Aham iti. So I am Jataveda. You have to know how the Agni is called in Kena Upanishad. His Agni is represented by Jataveda. And Yaksha asked, what is your potentiality? Kim viryamiti? Iti ekah prashna. They asked one question. The Yaksha asked, Kim Viryamti? Then Agni replied, I am capable of set fire whole world. Then Yaksha asked, okay, then burn this grass. So Ekatrunam means Yaksha give one truna, one grass, and asked the Agni to burn this. Agni failed to do that, and tat na shaktaha atra kinchit. Mean here there is a typo. Shaktaha tatra vartate. I will correct and upload the PDF. Agni failed in it and returned from there and says that to the other devas, my potentiality is not enough to know about it. And then 7th and 8th mantra state that, okay, Agni, you don't, so okay, next row is the Vayu. And they asked about the Vayu. Okay, Vayu, go and check it, who is there? Then Vayu start to go and reach the Yaksha. The 7th, 8th, and 9th mantra states about the conversation of Vayu and Yaksha. So in 8th mantra, it says it's being represent Vayu as the Matarishva. So 9th mantra states the conversation between the Yaksha and Vayu. Yaksha asked, what is your potential? Kim Viryam. So Vayu replied, I am capable to Adadiya. Adadiya means to move everything, anything from one place to the another place. Even the mountains I am able to move them. The Yaksha, okay, no, mountains not necessary, let move this grass. Then Vayu also failed and returned to the Devas. Then third position, all Devas requested to Indra to find out who is that fellow. The Indra in his way, but Yaksha disappeared from there. Tasmat tirodade. Tasmat tirodade. So from there, the Brahman is disappeared. So Indra meets the Uma Haimavati and asked who is the Yaksha. Here I am stating the mantras as well. So go through the Upanishad. I have already shared the link to the where you can find all English format and Sanskrit format and the mantras and Veda from which Upanishad belongs to which Veda, all of them. Please go through that and read for once or twice. It will be helpful in exams. So Uma Haimavati asked that, and from here, Uma Haimavati is replied, he is nothing else, Brahman, Sa Brahmeti Uvacha. So Sa means Uma Haimavati. She replied, oh, the Yaksha is Brahman itself. So that is only the fourth kind of the first mantra. Sa Brahmeti Hovacha Brahmano va etad vijaye mahiyadvamiti. So Sa means Mamati Brahmeti Uvacha. Brahmeti ha Uvacha. So Brahma iti Uvacha. She mentioned that he is the Brahman. Brahmanova etad vijaye mahiyadvamiti. So because of him only you will get etad vijayam, this victory mahiyanti. So you will gain the victory because of him only. Tatoha vidanchakara brahmeti. Tataha eva. So because of that Umavati only, Uma Haivavati only, Indra got to know the Yaksha is the Brahma iti, Vidanchakara Brahma iti. So that is the highlighted point in this mantra is Umavati mentioned that you gained the victory because of the Brahman. You won the battle with his grace only. And among the Devas, so from this slide, there is a very much possibility for getting the question. So among the Devas, Agni, Vayu, Indra is known to be the great because they are who saw the Brahman bit closer than the other all the Devas. So we have how many Devas? Do you know how many Devas we have? In general?
No.
So in general, they say Mukkoti Devas. So 3 crores of Devas. So in 3 crores of Devas, there are Ashtadikpalakas are there, and Panchamahabhutas are there, and their Adidevatas are. So these Adidevatas from out of the 3 crore, mean 3 crores, and out of the Ashtadikpalaka and out of the Panchamahabhuta and their deities, greater deities. So Agni, Vayu, Indra is known as the great. Why? Because they have reached the Brahman bit closer and seen him as a Niksha form. And among the Agni, Vayu, Indra, Indra is considered as a great. Why? Because through blessing of the Uma Haimavati, Indra got to know he is nothing else Brahman. Right? Is it clear?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
among all the devas, in Agni, Vayu, Indra to be the great. But among the Agni, Vayu, Indra, Indra is considered as a great. Why? Because Indra is the first one to know Yaksha is Brahman with the help of the Uma Haimavati. Okay. Here, so in front of the Agni, Vayu, Indra, how Brahman is appeared. He does not stay for longer. He is appeared just like a lightning and manas. So here, why the Brahman is compared with the lightning and manas? So if you see the lightning thunderbolt, so when we are getting rain, that times the heavy water filled cloud, if they get touched to each other, we will get that, right? Skylar, lightning. Did you get
Yes,
me what
ma'am.
I'm trying to say?
Ji.
Yeah. So how many fraction of seconds it stays? It's very minor. It's not than 1 or 2 seconds it will stay. Not more than 1 second, I guess. It sparks and disappears, right? And also in the same way, the Brahman appeared in front of the Agni, Vayu, all the devas, just like a lightning spark. And also it's compared with the Manas. Why? Because the Manas has the quality of Sankalpa and Vikalpa. You cannot stick to one Sankalpa. Always it's trying to change the Sankalpa, one thought to the another thought, one thought to the another thought. So how Manas is changing his direction? It's the direction, it's the thought process. The same way, how fast the Manas is changing its Sankalpa and Vikalpa, how fast the lightning is appeared and disappeared, the same way Brahman is appeared in front of the Yakshas. And moving on to the concept of Adhyatma. What is Adhyatma? So mind has the quality of Sankalpa and Vikalpa. It is a very fast moving, it cannot stay still. Or we are trying to keep the mind calm and Indriyana Manonadaha Manonadastu Marutaha Sa Nadaha Sa Marutaha Layo Nadaha Ekkada sorry Kutra Agachati.
Hatapradipika.
Hatayoga
Hatapradipika.
Hatapradipika. So they're also saying Indriyana Manonadaha, the Indriya, the sense organs, the master of the sense organ is the mind, and breath is the master of the mind, and Laya is the master of the breath, and Nada is the master of the everything. Can anyone say the sloka? Indriyana Manonadaha. Do you remember?
No, ma'am.
Sorry?
No.
No. Okay. So Indriyana Manonadaha, Manonadastu Marutaha, Marutasya Layonadaha, Sa Layonadamastritaha. This is the correct mantra. Not mantra, it's the sloka, Hata Pradipika, right? So there is every layer, there is a master somewhere else. So likewise, all our sense organs, motor organs, if you think about Pancha Mohabhutas, Pancha Dharmatras, Trigunas, and the innermost layer is the Antahkarana Chatushtaya, that is Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara, and Chittam. on top of it Prakriti, on top of it Purusha. And as if you think in the yoga perspective, we have Ishvara concept as well. So what is Adhyatmam is being stated here. Mind has to approach the Brahman and it keep on reminding of the Brahman. Doing resolution for attaining the Brahman is known as the Adhyatma. So, but now actually mind has a chanchala. Chanchala means it is moving from one place to another place in very quick manner. But here, what is Adhyatma? That kind of mind has to be approaching the Brahman. It has to do resolution, all his resolution. It has to keep doing the work by only remembering the Brahman. Then only it is called Adhyatma. Okay? Then Brahman is well known as the Tadvanam. So in Ucha Upanishad, Brahman is known as the Tadvanam, that is going to be the Kenopnishad. So here Tat means that, Vanam means lightening. So Vanam means usually in general, Vanam means a forest, what we know very well, the meaning. But we have the synonyms, Paryaya Padas. So the Vanam and the meaning that we have to take, Vanam means here the light. So why it is being stated here? The devotee who realizes this form of the Brahman, the lightening form of the Brahman, all being of this world respects him and also devotes the person, whoever is realized that Brahman in the form of the lightning. That is what intuitive realization of the Brahman also covers here. So tadvanam nama tadvanam ityupasitavyam sayeva etadevam vedami veda abhihainam sarvani bhutani sambhachanti. So tadvanam. Tat means that Brahman is Tatvanam. He is the lightening form. And also Tadvanam ityupasitavyam. The one who are doing the upasana to that vanam, that lightening thing. Saya etad vedam abhihainam sarvani bhutani. So this is for sure abhihainam sarvani bhutani. All beings are prizing that person who are perceiving that vanam means that lightening, and also who are being touched by that lightning. So what are the limbs of attaining the Brahma Vidya? Till now we have seen what is the Brahman, how it is be, and now what are the limbs of the Brahman? How we can approach the Brahman for a normal people? So we can approach the Brahman from the fourth kanda of the eighth mantra. It says, tasyai tapodamaha karmeti pratishta vedaha sarvangani satyamayatanam. Tasya means how we can approach the Brahman is tapaha, the austerity, damaha, control over the senses, karma, what kind of karma? It is going to be the nishkama karma. Pratishta Vedaha Sarvangani. So Vedaha Sarvangani. So Vedaha, how many angas are there for Vedas? Vedas have 6 angas. So why are there means to pronounce Vedas in a proper way, to know the grammatical knowledge in order to make understanding in a well-established way. As it is to understand Vedas, only the Veda Angas are there. By knowing the all Veda Angas and do the karma which has been stated in the Vedas, and do the austerity and control over your sense organs, then Satyam means the Brahman, Ayatanam. Those are the reasons to get to know about the Brahman. Who knows the Brahma Vidya duly? What happens? I am. So let's say, for example, I'm knowing the Brahma Vidya in this manner with the Tapa, Dhamma, and Karma, which have been mentioned in the Vedas, by all knowing about the Sarvang, by knowing the 6 limbs of the Veda. What happens means all sins are going to be vanished and attains Svargaloka. यो वा एतां वेद एवं यो यः एवं वेद वेदाम् अपहत्य पाप्मानं स्वर्गे लोके ज्ञेये प्रतितिष्ठति. So by doing in this manner, all papas is apahatya papanam. So it's the papas is going to be hatya, means vanished or disappeared or destroyed. What you can say, it completely removed. There is no root to again to grow the sprouting about the papa. So in this manner, they will reach Swarge Loke Deye Pratitishthati. Definitely he will reach the Swarga Loka. Kimardam, why? Because Anante Gneye. Anante Gneye means it's the ultimate Gnana. Whatever the ultimate Gnana he got to know. By that, he kills all his papas. So there is nothing remains. He will go to the Swargaloka and Pratitishthati. Tatreva tishtati. Samyaktaya tishtati. Means he is going to stay in the Swargaloka. And don't think that Swargaloka is something where Indra, Apsarasara is going to be there. The Swargaloka, the kind of Swargaloka where you cannot experience the hunger, thirst, all kind of bodily activities nullified. Only you will immense with the knowledge of the Brahman. That is the Swargaloka. And the Swargaloka is something where you cannot have experienced the birth or death. So, Janana Manana Atikkramanena Swargameva Uchyate. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if we take just to go to the third and fourth moral of Yaksha Upakhya is very simple. All the devas, so there is a battle between the asuras and the devas, and in that asuras uh, lost that battle and the devas gained the victory with the help of the Brahman. But devas think that this is our victory and they are very proud. And by noticing that Brahman is appeared in the Akasha in the form of the Yaksha. So all the devas are curious to get to know who is that and asked the Agni to go and check who is that. And Agni reached Yaksha and who are you? Then Agni reached the Yaksha. Then Yaksha asked who are you? Agni said that Aham Jataveda. And Yaksha asked what is your potentiality? Then Agni replied, I am able to set fire to everything in the world. Then what happens? Okay, Yaksha showed him a grass and asked to fire it, set a fire to it. And Agni failed, returned, and once he returned, he mentioned with all other devas, my potential is not enough. Then he sent the Vayu Devata. And Vayu Devata is called Matarishwara, and what his potentiality Adadiya means he is able to move everything even with the mountain. And by and again the Yaksha asked to move this grass, he failed. And then he sends he returns to the Devas and asks the Indra to go check who is that. By the time Indra reached to that place, Yaksha disappears. So Uma Haimavati appears and Indra asks who is that, and he replies, he is nothing but Brahman. And who are the great among the all devas? Agni, Vayu, Indra. Why? Because they are a bit closer to the Brahman. And also, who among these three devas, who is great? Indra. Why? Because Indra is gained the knowledge. The Yaksha is a Brahman. And what is Adhyatma? Thinking about the Brahman, doing that kind of resolution which are close to the Brahman, and remembering the Brahman is the Adhyatma. And also Vanam Tadvanam Nama Brahman only. Vanam means here the lightning. So one who knows the lightning and becomes one with the lightning, all the surrounding bhutas respect him and also they devote him. And what is the links of Atma Vidya? Is the tapaha, damaha and karma. What kind of karma? Nishkama karma. You have to know the Vedangas. That is a reason or a cause to know the Brahma Vidya. And by knowing the Brahma Vidya, you will be, all your sins are vanished. Veda apahatya pahmanam anante gneye swargaloke pratitishhtati. By knowing all your by disappearing or by destroying all your papas, you will be established in the Swargaloka. Here, don't think of Swarga as where Indras and Apsaras are there, where you can drink whole day and night. So the Swargaloka is where you can realize there is the cycle of the birth and death is lost, and you will completely immerse in that the essence of the Brahman, that is the Swargaloka, represented by here. So that concludes our Kenopnishad. Do you have any questions?
Ma'am, what is the meaning of Jata Veda and Matarishva? For memorizing, it would be easy if possible.
Jata Veda and Matarisha. Matarisha, Madhurisha. So Matuhu Nama. So prana. What is a prana?
It's the life energy.
Life energy. Matarisha is something. He is superior to the Vayu. He is the superior to the Vayu. Matarisha.
Okay.
From him only the all 10 Vayus are segregated.
Okay. Thank you.
And Jata Veda also I do not know right at this moment. I will figure it out and let you know.
Thank you.
So if you do not have any questions, shall we conclude the session?
Yes, ma'am. It was clear. Understand. I'll go through the PPT.
Okay. Only one student present here.